Chapter 1. The Constitution of India. For the functioning of any democratic country, rules and laws are always necessary. These rules and laws make life easier and its functioning smoother. The set of rules and regulations which helps in the smooth working of the state is termed as Constitution. A drafting committee was set up to frame the guidelines for the Constitution. The major role of a constitution is to serve as a set of principles that people of different views and opinions living in a country can agree upon as a code of conduct. Several laws have been passed and implemented to safeguard the people. 1. Dowry Prohibition Act of 1961. The practice of dowry is prevalent in the society from time immemorial. Dowry is a gift or a sum of money given to a daughter by her parents on the eve of her marriage. Initially, it was not compulsory, but soon it became a tradition. Unfortunately, it has become a major social problem. To curb this social evil, the Dowry Prohibition Act was implemented in 1961. According to this act, demanding and giving of dowry is a serious offence. Anyone found guilty of demanding or giving dowry will be fined or imprisoned for a period of not less than 5 years. 2. Sati Prevention Act. It is the practice of burning of a widow on the pyre of her husband. In 1987, in Deorala village of Rajasthan, Rup Kumar's tryst with the tradition led to a widespread reaction throughout the country. The government soon passed a law under Sati Prevention Act 1987 to punish the entire village who just stood and watched a lady being prey to this practice. The appointment of the drafting committee and implementation of Constitution. The responsibility of making the Constitution was given to the drafting committee under the chairmanship of Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar, N. Gopalaswamy Iyengar, Krishna Swamy Iyer, Sayyid Muhammad Sadullah and K. M. Munshi. 2 years, 11 months and 18 days were taken to frame the Constitution. Finally, the draft of the Constitution was passed on 26 January 1949 and signed by Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the first President of India. Types of Constitution. The Constitution is of two types: written Constitution, unwritten Constitution. Our country has a written constitution which came into force on 26 January 1950. The constitution is very important for a state due to the following reasons. 1. The government of a country is formed and run on the guidelines laid down in the constitution. 2. It helps us to understand the political system of a country. 3. It delimits the scope and activities of various organs of the government. 4. It ensures that the citizens of a country enjoy their fundamental rights. Key features of Indian Constitution. 1. Comprehensively written Constitution. The Indian Constitution is the lengthiest written constitution in the world. 2. Rigid as well as flexible. It can be easily amended by the majority of both houses of parliament. 3. Federalism. In a federal form of government, both the levels of government, that is, central government at national level and a state government at the provincial level, have their designated jurisdiction and each tier enjoys independent powers. 4. Parliamentary form of government. The entire administration is carried out in the name of the President of India, but the actual power remains with the Prime Minister. Thus, the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers collectively are answerable to Parliament. 5. Division of power. The three organs of the Indian government are legislature, executive and judiciary. The powers of the three organs are well defined under the Constitution. 6. Fundamental rights. The Constitution of India guarantees the rights of the individual against the state as well as against other individuals. The Human Rights Commission was constituted in 1993 to guarantee the citizens their rights. 7. Secularism. According to the Constitution, it is mandatory that the nature of the Indian state will be secular, which means that the state would not officially promote any religion. Those rights which are considered essential for the well-being of a citizen of a country are termed as fundamental rights. These are 1. Right to equality. 2. Right to freedom. 3. Right to freedom of religion. 4. Right against exploitation. 5. Right to constitutional remedies. 6. Cultural and educational rights. 1. Right to equality. All the citizens are equal before law. Law does not discriminate between the rich and the poor or black and the white, etc. All citizens have equal opportunity for government jobs. However, some seats are reserved for SCs, STs and OBCs. Untouchability will not be tolerated in any form. Everyone will have an equal access to public property. No one can be prevented from using ponds, wells, etc. on the basis of caste, creed and sex. There are certain provisions which help in the upliftment of such communities. 1. Article 17 of the Indian Constitution states that untouchability is abolished and its practice in any form is forbidden. 2. Article 46 states that government shall take care of the educational and economic interests of the weaker sections of the society, particularly of the marginalized groups, and shall protect them from social injustice and other forms of exploitation. 3. In government jobs, some posts are reserved for the SCs 15%, STs 12% and OBCs 27%. 4. In educational institutions, also seats are reserved for them. 5. Coaching and training for various competitive exams is provided free to the students of marginalized communities. 6. A National Commission for SCs and STs has been set up to safeguard their rights. 7. Various scholarship programs have been launched for SCs and STs students at pre-metric and post-metric levels. 8. No person of marginalized communities can be prevented from entering hotels, temples or any other public places. 2. Right to freedom. All the citizens of India shall have the right to freedom of speech and to express their views freely. All the citizens of India have the right to assemble peacefully but without arms. The citizens can form associations or sub-unions. The citizens have the right to move or to go anywhere in India. They can settle anywhere in any part of India. 3. Right to freedom of religion. Every citizen of India has the right to follow or adopt any religion of his choice. Every religion has to be given equal respect and we have no right to impose our religious beliefs and practices upon others. 4. Right against exploitation. In order to save the people from exploitation, the Government of India has implemented minimum wages for labor, banned trafficking, selling and buying of human beings and forced labor, beggar, declared that children under 14 years of age cannot be employed in factories or mines. 5. Right to constitutional remedies. It states that every citizen of India is entitled to move to the Supreme Court, the High Court or any other court at district level if his or her fundamental rights are encroached upon, abridged or snatched away by the state, by an individual or a group of individuals. The Supreme Court and High Courts are empowered by the Constitution to issue writs for the enforcement of the fundamental rights. The writs are: 1. Writ of habeas corpus. 2. Writ of certiorari. 3. Writ of quo warranto. 4. Writ of mandamus. 5. Writ of prohibition. 6. Cultural and educational rights. India is a vast country where people of diverse cultures and traditions live together. They have the right to safeguard their culture, language, and script. They also have the right to open their own educational institutions. The Constitution of India states that no citizen shall be denied admission to any educational institution maintained by the state and central government. National Human Rights Commission. The National Human Rights Commission was constituted in 1993 to guarantee the citizens their rights. Composition. It is composed of a former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of India, along with the former Chief Justice of High Court and 2 other prominent members who have the best of the knowledge and experience in dealing with human rights. Function. It complements the functioning of Supreme Court and High Courts in keeping an eye on acts that obstruct the benefits of human rights and encourage the endeavors of non-governmental organizations in safeguarding human rights. Article 25 to 28 relating to the right to freedom of religion of the Constitution of India promote secularism in the following ways. Article 25. It guarantees right to profess, propagate, and practice religion, but restrictions can be imposed by the state in the interest of public health and order. Article 26. It guarantees the right to establish and maintain institutions for religious and charitable purposes, but it is subjected to public morality and health. Article 27. Article 27 states that no taxes shall be levied on any religion. Article 28. It states that no religious instructions shall be propagated in any educational institution run wholly by government funds. Fundamental duties. Rights and duties are reciprocal. Every right carries a duty with it. In return for fundamental rights, the society expects the citizens to do certain things, which are collectively known as duties. For example, if the Constitution gives us the right to speech, it also binds us and tells us not to hurt the feelings of others. Some important fundamental duties assigned to the citizens are: 1. To respect the national flag and the national anthem. 2. To preserve the rich cultural heritage of the country. 3. To abide by the Constitution and respect institutions. 4. To defend the country and promote the spirit of brotherhood. 5. To maintain and preserve public property. 6. To develop scientific temper. 7. To protect and conserve environment.